Sonam Raghuvanshi, accused of plotting the murder of her husband Raja Raghuvanshi during their honeymoon in Meghalaya, broke down and confessed today after being confronted by the Special Investigation Team (SIT) with key evidence including CCTV footage, call records, and physical items like a blood-stained shirt and raincoat. Sources say she had initially claimed to be a robbery victim after surfacing 1,300 km away in Ghazipur. Her alleged lover Raj Kushwaha had confessed a day earlier, reportedly admitting to assisting in the crime. Shillong SP Vivek confirmed that strong evidence linked Sonam to the murder. Raja's brother Sachin Raghuvanshi has apologized to the Meghalaya government for the negative attention the case brought to the state and pressed the police for solving the case in just 17 days. He called for strict action against Sonam and thorough interrogation of all involved in the crime. Former Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, who returned to Imphal today after a 2-day emergency visit to Delhi, said the centre supports the demand for a popular government in Manipur. He and Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament Laishamba Sana Jauba met Union Home Minister Amit Shah and briefed him on the state's current situation. Singh told reporters at Imphal International Airport that Amit Shah reassured them the centre would not compromise on Manipur's territorial integrity or the rights of indigenous communities. He added that the Home Minister made an earnest appeal for peace and stability in the violence-hit state, which has been under President's rule since Singh's resignation in the month of February. A 24-year-old woman from Nazira, Assam, identified as Shivali Kashyap, was found dead under mysterious circumstances in Ahmedabad last night. Her family alleges foul play and blames her boyfriend Saurav Purohit. Shivali, who worked at a private firm, was staying at Purohit's residence. He claims she died after falling from a building, but her family disputes this and suspects murder. According to relatives, Shivali was on call with her mother until 12:34 am. Around 1 am, they were informed of her death, raising serious concerns over the timeline. Her brother has traveled to Ahmedabad to push for a full investigation. The family is demanding a transparent and swift probe into Purohit's alleged involvement. A total of 1,212 bodies of Ukrainian servicemen killed in the conflict with Russia have been returned home, Ukraine's coordination headquarters for the treatment of prisoners of war said today. The repatriation was facilitated by the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and other agencies with support from the International Committee of the Red Cross, according to the statement. The exchange follows an agreement reached during Ukraine-Russia talks in Istanbul on June 2nd. The first phase of the prisoner swap took place on Monday. On June 10, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov confirmed Russia had agreed to hand over Ukrainian bodies and had been waiting at the border for several days. He expressed hope that the bodies of fallen Russian soldiers would also be returned soon. Former Indian football captain Bhaijung Bhutia has launched a scathing attack on the All India Football Federation AIFF, blaming it for the country's declining football standards after India's shock 0-1 defeat to lower-ranked Hong Kong in the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. Calling the current system rotten and filled with fragile egos, Bhutia said, "It's very painful. We're struggling to even qualify for the Asia Cup, which we have been doing regularly." He noted that nations like Uzbekistan, Indonesia, and Jordan have qualified for the World Cup, while India remains stuck.